Glad you are here. Welcome to Enki, Tales from the Past. I am Prince Hu, rightful heir and son of Anu. You may call me Enlil. I represent the highest power of the Anunnaki. I don't really understand why you still listen to this. Sure, this is a narrative podcast, but who's to say that is not the real history of your pitiful planet? I don't really care what we will encounter or face on this part of the galaxy. I've fought and dominated over every single enemy or antagonist to this date. The planet you call Earth will be no match for my ambitions. Not even the frail Enki and his concubine can deter me. If you are that interested, you should consider supporting the author Mário Portela. Check his shows at MPORTELA.live. And if you don't, that won't be my problem anyway. This is Enki, Tales from the Past. This narrative podcast is authored by Mário Portela. The era of humans? Preposterous. Mixing our cosmic blood and lineage with apes? A legion of workers creating a theme park in order to marry a pet with its owner. What is this? The audacity of it all. Marduk, my own nephew, daring to marry a human woman, a descendant of those Adamu and Titi creatures. It is beyond comprehension. A mockery of everything we, the Anunnaki, have strived for on this planet. We were always the greater race. We took the Lyrans out. We dominated the Igigi. Even the Pleiadians are nowhere to be found as far as we know. I have always been a pragmatic and unyielding force, devoid of emotions. But this transgression goes against the very core of our mission. We came to Earth to mine gold, to save Nibiru, not to frolic in the affairs of these things. Mixing our divine lineage with their feeble, primitive kind is not only unacceptable, it is a betrayal of our purpose. Inanna is surely the orchestrator of this blasphemous union with her grand plans for a wedding that defies all reason. She believes she can bridge the gap between our kind and these humans. She speaks of unity and harmony, as if the Anunnaki, with our superior knowledge and intellect, should stoop to the level of these earthly beings. Preposterous. I should have stopped her long ago. She is not even a Nibiruan. Oh no, they won't get their way. I see through the facade. I know the truth. Marduk's love for this Sarpanitu thingy is a danger, a potential threat to the balance we have so carefully maintained. It questions the authenticity of our emotions, something I have long abandoned in pursuit of our goals. I will not stand for it. Unity between Anunnaki and humans is a fallacy, a dream spun from naive idealism. Our kind should remain distinct, above the fray, guiding these earthlings from the shadows, not entangling ourselves in their affairs. We are gods among the rubble. We created them to work, not to defile our lineage. This wedding, this symbol of defiance must be stopped. I will not allow Marduk and Inanna to disrupt the order I have established. I will confront them and I will make it clear that such actions are unacceptable by any means and standards. The consequences of their actions will be severe. For I am Enlil, and I will not let sentimentality compromise our mission. This headache is killing my last strand of patience. The wretched wedding took place against all reason and my vehement protests. Anu, the leader of the Anunnaki, bestowed his blessing upon it. Can you believe this sacrilege? I was left with no choice but to endure this abominable spectacle. The wedding, held in Babylon, was a grotesque display of excess and indulgence. Monkey persons everywhere making those awful noises they do. Oh, the horror. The so-called hanging gardens of Babylon that Inanna had conjured up for the occasion were a mockery of our purpose on this planet. Plus, lavish feasts, ostentatious attire, music and dance. It was as if they had completely forgotten the solemnity of our mission and position in the galaxy. The Earthlings in attendance were in awe of our presence, treating us as gods, as it should be. Oh, wretched, noisy pets. It was sickening to witness the humans bowing and groveling before us, their eyes filled not with blind adoration, but as achievable consorts and objects of sensual desire. Inanna reveled in this newfound version of reverence, and Marduk, that foolish nephew of mine, was blinded by his affection for Sarpanitu. As I observed the festivities, my insides churned with disgust. The very thought of this union between Anunnaki and humans made me want to retch. Inanna and Marduk, with their beaming smiles and self-assuredness, believed they were forging some utopian future. But I saw through their delusion, and I will crush their future. This wedding was nothing more than a symbol of failure, a testament to our weakened resolve. Anu's blessing had tied my hands, and I had to watch as our divine lineage was diluted and tainted by these earthly creatures. It was a slap in the face to everything we had worked for, to the sacrifices we had made. I could hardly contain my disdain as I witnessed the ceremony unfold. It was a farce, a grotesque spectacle of misplaced emotions and human folly. I may have been forced to tolerate it, but I will never accept it. The consequences of this unholy union will reverberate through the ages, and I will remain ever vigilant, ready to protect the integrity of our mission no matter the cost. I am a lord of vengeance. It will cost them dearly. The aftermath of that detestable wedding has been nothing short of infuriating. It's bad enough that Marduk and Inanna set this abhorrent example by marrying and frolicking with humans, but now I can see the influence spreading among other Anunnaki. They are beginning to entertain the idea of mingling with Earth's primitive inhabitants, a notion that would have sparked wars and divisions in the past. I can't help but recall our history. when even the slightest hint of sacrilege or disobedience among our kind led to fierce conflicts. Our principles were once unwavering, and we upheld the sanctity of our divine lineage. Yet now it seems that the lines have blurred, and the very foundations of our purpose on Earth are being eroded. The Anuna people on this planet need a real inquisition and punishment. This disgusting new fashion of mingling with humans threatens to hinder my carefully laid plans. The purity of our mission to mine gold and save Nibiru is at risk of being compromised by these wayward desires for earthly pleasures and connections. How can we continue our work efficiently when some among us are distracted by the allure of sensual adventures with tiny, weak, and smelly versions of themselves? I cannot fathom why Anu would allow this preposterous idea to persist. There must be something amiss, some hidden agenda or influence at play. It is inconceivable that he would disregard the grave consequences of such actions. There must be more to his support for Inanna and Marduk than meets the eye. I am left with no choice but to remain vigilant and resolute. I will not allow this contagion of folly to infect my planned future for the Anunnaki. Even if I must stand alone against the tide of this madness, I will do whatever it takes to ensure that our true purpose is not overshadowed by these misguided desires for unity with the Earthlings. Anu's motivations may be shrouded in mystery, but maybe the corporation needs a real purge from top to bottom. And I know just how I will provoke that.
This is Enki, Tales from the Past. This narrative podcast is authored by Mário Portela.